This episode is sponsored by the one and only Sandbanks Holiday Company. Elevate your UK staycation with Sandbanks Holiday Co., a boutique luxury holiday letting company based in iconic Sandbanks, Dorset. The team are dedicated to curating a portfolio of exquisite coastal homes where every detail, from sea-facing terraces to refined interiors, comfort and style. A staycation to cherish forever. Browse our hand-picked collection, book directly or via your preferred platform, and book your next unforgettable seaside escape. Whether it's a family retreat or a romantic hideaway, we're here to make your stay effortless and memorable. Links in this episode's description. Find your perfect stay on the coast at sandbanksholidaycompany.com or follow us on socials at Sandbanks Holiday Co. for inspiration, offers, and coastal living tips. Welcome to Spilling the Tea with Laila Safaee, my podcast featuring real, authentic conversations with empowering guests I've met along my entrepreneurial journey. This is where we have unfiltered chats about business, life, and everything in between. The wins, the lessons, the moments that shaped us, and the stories that remind us we're still all figuring it out. If you love hearing the truth behind success, the grit, the growth, and the glow up, you're in the right place. So grab your iced matcha, settle in, and let's spill the tea. Today I'm joined by someone truly extraordinary, the incredible Reda Lyle. Reda is a marketing genius, creative strategist, activist, and one of the most magnetic women I've ever met. She's the definition of purpose meets power. Born into a proud Egyptian family and raised in Texas, Reda's story blends culture, creativity, and conviction. Before becoming the marketing powerhouse she is today, she built a successful career in American television, learning how to tell stories that connect deeply and authentically. Now she's taken that storytelling brilliance into the world of marketing and business, helping brands find their voice, their purpose, and their impact. But what makes Reda stand out most is her heart. She's a proud advocate for justice and humanity, and she uses her platform with courage, intelligence, and grace, especially when it comes to speaking up for Palestine and the causes that matter most. In this episode, we talk about her journey from TV to marketing, how activism and storytelling intertwine, and what it means to lead with integrity in a noisy world. It's powerful, raw, and deeply inspiring. Now let's go spill the tea with Reda Lyle. Reda, welcome to Spilling the Tea.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Honestly, it's so lovely having you here, especially given the work we do together.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
And see me in action.
Yes.
So as you know, every podcast starts with letting everyone that's listening, watching, know how we met each other, how we know each other. How do we know each other, Reda?
Oh my gosh. So how we originally met was our place in Sandbanks was for sale. And to get it over the line with the seller, you met with them and let them know the potential for the rental.
Yeah.
That they could rent it out. And that's what made it. That's what sold it. But from then on, that was it, because I saw you in action. And you were just so warm and generous, but also so knowledgeable about your field. It was amazing.
It was so lovely from my perspective as well, because you were local people, sort of like the hi in the coffee shop, but you don't really know. And then to come into your home and then be part of that pivotal moment, which was a big thing for you, because obviously then it sold that's really special, certainly to me. So
yeah, definitely. And you're changing people's lives by doing that, so it was incredible. Yeah. And then it was then we started going for dog walks with my dog.
With your dog, because I don't have a dog.
I know, with my dog. He's a character.
Isn't she just fudge? Oh my god.
And I think that's just
she's like a human on four legs.
She is. She's ridiculous.
Love her.
But I think that's how it all started to evolve. And we just meet for coffee and have chats. And you tell me more about what you were doing. And I'd share a little bit about what I was doing. And then we just connected.
The penny never really dropped, because we started to build a friendship and spend time together. But you're not, and people, as they listen to this podcast, will see your temperament and the way that you are. You're not very forceful, and you don't lead with, I am Reda, this is what I do. So it did take me quite a while to understand what it was that you did. And I remember we were having a conversation, and I think I was explaining to you what was going on in business, and you just said, you do know what I do, don't you, for a living?
That's true. That is how it happened. We went to have a coffee and you were telling me about the new transition you were going into with work and where you were on that. And you were like, but I'm not sure about this. And I was like, well, I can help you with that. And you were like, oh, wait, you can. And that's kind of how it like started the business relationship. But then from that, our friendship grew immensely because we like had the same values and the same, just we saw the world the same, but those values also translated into business.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful example of building foundations and relationships before business comes in as well.
Yeah.
I'm just relating that now to like consultancy, for example, like, you know, having conversations with people to actually make sure that you align before you go into a transaction.
100%.
And we're like living proof of that in our relationship, really.
Exactly. And the thing is, the more you meet with people, the more you know if it would work or not. Because it's also like, as you say, building relationships, but it's also like, it's one of these things, I always talk about this, like, especially in marketing. There's so much business out there, so many clients out there, but not every client's right for you.
Definitely.
And it's the same thing with your consulting. Not every client is right for you, but when they are the right one for you, you just transform everything for them.
Yeah.
So,
Which is exciting.
yeah.
And so, Reda you were the person that was sat with me when I penny dropped and suddenly went, I'm going to sell my company.
Yeah.
That was our first
remember that
consultancy
moment.
meeting, wasn't it? Where we sat down together in business.
Yeah. Because we're talking about like your value and what you bring to the table. And I was like, why aren't you sharing this with other people, your expertise on it? And it was all about like branding and business consulting, all the stuff that you offer. But I was like, but you just need to get your story out there. Because, you know, as you know, storytelling is at the heart of everything I do. So, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very special memory for me for like the rest of my life.
Same.
I think I just got back from my retreat and we
Yeah.
had our first meeting. So I was feeling I'd had my creative space. I was rejuvenated. I was detoxed. And then I was really looking forward to our meeting and then sat there and literally, guys that are listening, we were mid conversation and suddenly I went, I'm going to sell my company. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you were like, what I think you should do is take a little minute.
Yeah.
Which is really sound advice.
Yeah, it's true. But you were ready. You were in that mindset and you've already achieved what you wanted to achieve. So you were ready for that new chapter, but you weren't sure how to make that leap yet. And I was like, well, you need all the content and storytelling to be on point before you make this announcement. Because people don't know how long we've been working together.
No.
Because we kept it under wraps.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been part of everything from the very beginning. And it's nice because I think you were the first person that was really honest with my long-term aspirations and goals. And very much like with my clients,
100%.
sometimes it's very hard you need someone with a clear lens to sort of listen to you and then be able to, you know, help you unpick that pathway to where you want to get to. Because it's easy, isn't it? You get a bit caught in the day-to-day with the struggles and essentially that's the place I was in.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? Brilliant with all my clients. And then for myself, I'm like the living example.
But you needed to get it out. You needed to say all the things that you wanted to do. And like, I mean, I know people say it's cheesy to manifest and stuff, but it's kind of like that. It's just getting it out of your head. And then once you say it and put it down on paper, then you sort of work backwards. You're like, this is my goal. So how do I achieve it? And that's like what
Reverse engineering.
That's what we did. Yeah.
So guys, that's our beautiful relationship in a nutshell.
That's like our working relationship in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But our human relationship is so much like greater and deeper friendship.
Of course. And yeah, we've definitely really bonded
Yeah.
even stronger over the last year over a lot of things, which I'm sure we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you, Reda. You're very private. So I'm very privileged that you are sharing a snippet of your story here because I think you are fascinating.
Thank you.
So you're Egyptian heritage, but grew up in Texas.
Yes.
What was...
It was wild. So Egyptian by both parents.
Yeah.
I'm the first generation American in my family. So, oh my gosh. So going to school was wild. Put it that way. So basically, I grew up on the East Coast first. And then we moved to Texas when I was 10 and a half years old from an elementary school in America, which would be, what is that? Is that like first year school or something?
Ooh, must be.
So
10.
going from that to junior high in Texas was crazy because people were wearing makeup. It's very Texas. And we're talking about in the 80s. So there's makeup, it just was completely different for me. And I was like, where am I? What is going on?
Was everyone wearing cowboy outfits as well?
They do, but like, because it's Houston where NASA is, it's a bit more like preppy with the collars popped and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
And so it was just very different. But when I went to school there, I went from a very small school to then that in Texas. It was a big shocker. For example, like in my high school, my graduating class, there was over 900 of us just in the graduating class. So there was over almost 5,000 students in the whole high school. So it was very, very different. Now, of course, they have more high schools, so it's not so big. But it was wild because also there was only like, I want to say maybe like 3 other people that weren't like, that were Arab mix in the whole school. So it was very different being Egyptian, going to this mainly Caucasian school, just very different. But my best friend that I first met when I went to junior high, I'm still best friends with today.
Yeah.
And she has similar experiences, but she grew up there. So it's a little bit different, but she's African American.
Yeah.
And like, we always compare stories even now because it's just, the discrimination was huge.
So it wasn't like a good reflection. Is it not really a good reflection?
I mean, I'm really appreciative of it because I went to a good school. Like, it's complicated though.
Yeah.
It's good and bad.
Yeah.
But I think it was a reflection of the time.
Yeah.
Because Arabs weren't like on TV except as terrorists.
Yeah.
So that was very different. So I had to break through that. But the way I broke through it was, my father would always say, be the Muslim and the person that people know, not what they see on TV. And so that's what I did. Like, I was pretty much friends with everybody.
Yeah. As you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Thank you.
Because the world is the world.
Yeah.
And there's challenges. But it's like an experience, isn't it? And it makes you who you are.
Yeah, 100%. It does make you who you are. And it made me see things through other people's eyes so that when people would say something to me, I knew how to like build that bridge. I knew how to talk to them in just this like loving, empathetic way and understanding where they're coming from. So it wasn't like this like fight like this. It was more like, okay, well, let's sit down and break bread and let's have a chat. Why do you think that? And so that's just where I've always like took a stance from.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks.
Do you think your parents, like, that's how they raised you? So
that is how they raised me. My parents, well, you met my mom.
Oh, she's amazing.
86 years old.
What a queen. Honestly, I don't think I've ever met anyone of that age that walks into a room and genuinely you question, is this royalty that's just arrived? Should we bow? Like, honestly, should we curtsy? She is such a queen. Oh, I love her so much.
At the same time that she's a queen, her and my father, because they were married for 50 plus years before he passed. And they just would laugh all the time. They're a very loving couple. They always taught me that nobody gets anywhere in life without some help, especially those that are like at risk or not in the same socioeconomic class as you. And you need to be aware that those people exist. And I know that sounds very simplistic, but I'm talking like what they would teach me as a child.
Yeah.
So we always volunteered from the time I was probably, I'd say maybe 7 years old, 9 years old. They always had me volunteering with them.
Yeah.
They always made me fully aware. And because of that, they instilled in me the same thing. So that's why building bridges is really important, talking about things like racial equity, giving people opportunities that they didn't have before. It's really instilled in me with everything I do.
Yeah. That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And you have siblings as well, and they obviously had exactly the same.
Yeah, but because they're 8 and 10 years older than me.
Are they?
Yeah, so they don't have the exact same experiences as me.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, they still believe in volunteering. They're still super loving. But I always say, like, every child doesn't experience the same version of their parent.
It's very true.
So, yeah.
That is very true. What kind of volunteering were you doing?
Oh, my gosh. They were just having me do different things like we go to the mosque and like put clothes together, or we go to like the consignment store and drop the clothes off and do all kinds of things. And my mom, so she is a charter founder of this charity that's in Houston, Texas. It used to be called Bay Area Assistance League. I can't remember what the name change is now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it was her and 3 of her friends who are all doctors' wives.
Yeah, I love this. That should be a reality show.
It's so cute. And they wanted to make a difference. And so I used to go help her and used to do different things all the time. Oh. So, yeah. And I used to volunteer at the hospital my father worked at. So it varies, but it's all things that I remember to today. Today. Yeah.
And that you've carried through, which is just so beautiful. Obviously, before becoming the marketing genius, Reda, that we know you as, one of the things that I found really, again, because of the way you carry yourself and you don't lead in a, I'm Reda, this is what I've done, this is my experience. Yeah. When I got to know you and I understood you were in TV in America, I was like, whoa, like, and you just so subtly, you're like the silent assassin. You just suddenly come out with these things. So do you mind talking a bit about that? What were you doing in TV?
So basically from the time I was 11, like I'm all about breaking stereotypes. Mm-hmm. And at the time there weren't like Muslim women that looked like me on TV. And so when I was 11 years old, I said, I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be a reporter. I'm going to do this and I'm going to smash it. I'm not going to wear hijab, not going to do any of that. I'm just going to be me. And they're going to see a Muslim on TV that's not a terrorist, that's not on these movies, all of that. So that was where my drive was. And so I did it, but it was only a small, tiny, like few years of my life, but it changed everything for me. So when I first started off as a news reporter.
Oh my God, I love this.
I was rubbish.
Oh no, I can't believe it.
I was like a deer in the headlights. I was terrible at it. I was really good at interviewing people, but I was really rubbish on camera at first. And this old school news reporter told me, he sat me down, he said, Reda, it's not brain surgery. He's like, why are you so nervous? Nobody's going to lose their lives. Just go out there and do it. And so that just like changed my whole perspective on it. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh my God. So was it just not for you?
It wasn't for me, but I wanted to be in control of what I said. So I switched to be a producer.
Okay. I like this.
And so then I worked in a lot of kids TV, did a lot of stuff in Houston for this umbrella of Nickelodeon called Kids Are Paramount.
Okay.
Loved it.
Really?
Loved anything to do with kids. Had little casting calls, had little kid actors.
Oh my God, that sounds like the most epic job.
It was amazing. We did the films for like Houston Museum of Natural Science. Shout out to them because they're the most amazing museum ever.
Really?
Yeah. It was really, really fun. Worked with so many fun, creative people. We could be as creative as we wanted because it was for kids.
And there's such a beauty in children, like the innocence.
Yeah.
It's just so nice, isn't it?
And I got to do all this kids stuff. So like I got to be on camera for some of it as well. But we go out for like a day in the life. And I do like a day in the life of an astronaut, a day in the life of like
this
Six
is
Flags
epic.
Astroworld. Yeah.
Can I find you on YouTube?
It's probably not there. It was way before the time.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's so annoying.
But I have reels at my parents' house. I'll have to get you
Yeah,
some.
please, because I would really thoroughly enjoy this.
We were the biggest kids ever. Even the producer would put like, I rode this like roller coaster. It was like the opening day of this roller coaster. And at the end, we had like me faint, like fake faint. And then we had like a cartoon of like birds above my head.
Oh my God, I need to see this. Oh, it sounds so much fun. And
It was
like,
so much fun.
You're beaming even talking about
It
it.
was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I then got tempted to work for a live morning show.
Okay.
And that's, it was the Deborah Duncan show at the time. And I was just this puny associate producer for that show.
Puny.
I call it puny
why
because,
puny?
but I was the one that booked the guests and pre-interview the guests.
Yeah.
So I had a bond with them. And one day, the executive producer said in my ear, swear, no lie, she said, cue them with the question that's going to make them cry. And I was like, what? And that was it for me. Like
didn't wanna
after
do
that
it.
show, she was like yelling at me, you don't have the heart for TV. And I was like, I know I don't.
Oh my God.
And that was it.
I
And
don't think
went-
you've ever told me that story.
No.
Wow.
No.
And that
and
was the
that
moment
was
of change.
the moment I changed. But I walked into the newsroom and there was the Kosovo War was on. And there was this news report about all these refugees that were coming to Houston. There was 10,000 coming to Houston. And what happens was when they come to Houston, you know, it's not like modern apartments now. Like you have to have lights to plug in to turn lights on. You need things to cook with, like pans, but they would provide them with housing, but they wouldn't provide them with like beds to sleep on, you know, things to sit on. So I left TV on good terms and I started a PR marketing firm from that day on to help them get the things they needed. And I reached out to all my contacts, everybody I ever met, and they all came through.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
like, yeah.
Honestly, I'm just sat here beaming with pride listening to your story.
You know, I never talk about this stuff, so it's like a
No.
big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And it's incredibly inspiring. And it also
Thank
makes
you.
a lot of sense to me because when we work together
Yeah.
and you say to me, you are made for TV. I'm thinking, I'm just like, yeah. No, honestly, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love this so much.
But that's how like the evolution happened, like with my career. But storytelling was always at the heart of what I did. Like that's the part that I loved. So I just moved it with me.
yeah. And just
Yeah.
found a
Different avenue. And I
Yeah.
saw like the power of Google. That was the thing. As soon as Google came out, I thought,
in what
you can use
sense?
this. Well, you could reach so many more people. But we didn't really understand like SEO and all these other things at the time. But I just thought there's this platform that can reach beyond our little area.
Yeah.
So like we could do even more good with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
And then did you continue running that company until you came to the UK?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was in Houston for a long time, but then I lived in Arizona for, 9 years before coming to England. But I also worked for, at the time, like other SEO companies.
Okay.
And I would write like their client content. So do all kinds of
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah.
So that's where you
Yeah.
learned that little
Yeah.
skill of yours.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. And then when you came to the UK,
Yes.
did you carry on working?
So I wasn't allowed to work for 2 years
Okay.
because you're not allowed to work with an American passport. It's a whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, I feel so undereducated.
No, like people don't know because they just think, oh, it's an English speaking country. They probably just come here and work right away. That's not how it works.
Okay.
So I volunteered for 2 years at
Wow.
Poole Central Library
Did
and
you?
at Camphor Cliffs Library.
Did you?
Yeah. As a computer buddy and just helping them out. So like people would come and like I would just like help them with their computers or for example, the job center just went online at that time. But people don't have computers at home. They don't have access to Wi-Fi. So they would come in the library and I'd help them apply for jobs because they also have to prove that they applied for jobs. So like I helped them with all that. But then I also had like elderly people come to learn how to use their iPads to talk to their grandkids.
Oh, that's
It
beautiful.
was so sweet.
And so you were teaching them and showing them how to do it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
Very rewarding.
the mayor pool awarded me a volunteer of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Did he give you an actual physical award? Right, you're showing me that when I next come over, honey. I love it.
Yeah. So
you
like,
don't shout about any of these things.
no, but the thing was, I didn't want to come to this country and not do anything.
No.
I wanted to contribute somehow. And so that's how I met a lot of people as well. Like I would just, you know me, I'd talk to everybody anyways.
You're a networking wizard.
Thank you.
Literally. But in the most, I say that in a very loving way.
Yeah.
We recently went to South Coast Wine Festival. I took you as my guest to the VIP night. We hardly saw each other. You were off. I was like, where's Red? Oh, luckily, I mean, it was fine because I'm sort of the same. But you were like, and you're like, oh, I've just met so-and-so and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
The funniest
You
part,
met everyone at that night.
and the funniest part of it is like, I don't drink at all. I don't drink any alcohol. But when I went to talk to even like people in their stands, I like got the lowdown of what their whole story was. And I was telling other people, oh, you need to go to so-and-so stand because they're doing this kind of wine or so-and-so.
Yeah, you are so good at that. And you love like championing what you believe in, which also draws me to you because I think it's such a beautiful trait and not many people have that without strategy out for themselves.
Yeah.
But you are absolutely right. And that's a very pivotal point. I took you to a wine festival and you don't even drink.
And I think, you know how I say like growing up in Texas was a mix. The good part of it was Texas people are extremely hospitable.
Are they?
They will do anything for you. There's a Texas saying that if you're walking down the road and someone's moving their couch in or out of their place, that you stop what you're doing and you help them move it in, or else it's considered rude not to. So that whole champion thing, it's not something that I think about. It's just something like instilled in me, not just from being Egyptian, but also from growing up in Texas. It's what we do. You have to do it, like, or it's considered rude. Yeah.
I love that and respect it a lot.
Thank you.
It just made me think about when we go for dinner, actually, and how, oh my God. Do you want to tell
I
us?
already know what's coming. No, you share it.
So I'm obviously of my dad's Muslim. My mum's English. But we have, obviously, Reda and I, this, what would you describe it as?
It's an Arab trait.
It's like a cultural, it's just one of those things where you will fight to the death for a bill. So,
and it's to pay the bill.
To pay the bill, to be clear. We fight to the death to pay the bill. So I'll recap the most recent time we were together at Rick Stein, having early dinner with your gorgeous mum.
Yeah.
And my full intention was to get that bill. And we were, I think, in mid-dessert or just finishing or just ordering dessert. It threw me off. And you get up and you say, oh, I'm just going to the bathroom. I'll be back. And off you went. And me and Mum had a good chat. And then you came back and we carried on. And then as we're steering to the end, I politely say, I'm just going to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Right? Don't even think this through. Obviously, I'm just going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. So I go and hide around the corner and I'm going, excuse me. I need to pay for that table. He went, it's already paid. I said, no, it's not. That table. He was like, no, the lady just came round the corner and paid it. I shouted, I'm quite embarrassed actually, but everyone found it funny. Yeah. I went, Reda! I was like, what? And you were just laughing at the table. Oh.
When you got up to do that, I turned to my mom and said, she's going up to pay the bill, but she said, no, I already paid it. Any Arab that's watching this gets it.
Yeah.
Like Egyptian, Arab, Lebanese, whatever. You know
Persian.
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, Persian.
It's
you
a
know
Persian
exactly
and Turkish flax as well, I think.
Yeah.
If there's any other cultures that are like this, please drop it in the
Yeah,
comments.
let us know.
But it's our game now. It's a game. We have to now set the tonight is my treat. Thank you.
Yeah, we do.
Otherwise,
if that works.
this game's going to end up in tears. Oh my goodness.
The look on your face, though, was so funny. I can't stop laughing right now because it just was hilarious.
Yeah, and you sent me, is it memes or memes?
Yeah,
Memes. Giphy, memes of Arabs climbing over cars to try and pay for fuel and stuff. Oh, it's just so funny. Love it. I
Yeah.
love that. You've got to laugh at,
You have to.
yeah, the simple, beautiful things in life.
Yeah.
We were talking about your volunteering.
Yes.
Which is lovely. And then
you.
obviously now you're a marketing consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the position that I met you at.
Yeah.
Did that you just naturally, obviously I know you still volunteer. You do
Yeah.
a lot for the community. That's
Yes.
never stopped.
No.
But when did you decide to get back into marketing? When you could, or?
No, I've always did it. So as soon as my visa was allowed to work,
Yeah.
I went right into it again.
Okay.
So reached back out to my American clients, kept everything going.
Amazing.
And then started going to networking events here
Yeah.
and started telling people like what I do.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't like legally you can't. So I had
No.
to wait. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And here we are. It's
And here we are.
You are an absolutely brilliant marketing consultant.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet someone, and hopefully people watching and listening can just feel exactly why I love working with you.
Oh, I'm so humbled. Like,
No, I
honestly.
mean it. I honestly.
That's why I just keep saying thank you because I know what to say. Like, I'm really grateful.
Oh, and I'm also really grateful that you're here. What would you say is your secret to creating like marketing that actually connects with people?
It's about knowing what works for your customers, but a little bit beyond your customers. I say that. So basically, this is what I'd say. So let's say let's say what you do, like with business consulting, and let's do property letting agents as an example.
Yeah.
You know what their pain points are. Knowing what their pain points are and turning that into a story and how you can solve those pain points is a starting point.
Yeah.
And that's what needs to be the storytelling. And that works for any business. If you're makeup, and let's say like let's say you have a makeup product and you know that, I don't know, maybe always the mascara runs, but your product does not do that. And you know that's the number one complaint. So how do you turn that into a story that's authentic rather than selling? It's just about showing them how you're solving their problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a soft approach as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the hard sell just does not work.
No, not with social media today. It's very different. It needs to be about the why. I always say that. For example, like one of my clients she was my client, but we're still really good friends today. And I'm a big cheerleader for her. It's Meadow Sweet Flowers. What she does is she delivers British flowers to your home.
Yep. I had a chat with her the other day, actually.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Sophie. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet lady.
Very, very sweet. But
Beautiful concept.
beautiful concept, right? And she's changing like the landscape. So she works with UK farmers only who grow these British flowers.
Yeah.
And she had PhD students come to the land to study all these things, right? So one of the things that she could do is like talk about the why this is important. Why does it matter to buy British flowers? So that would be like her part of her storytelling. So everybody's different.
Yeah.
And again, she's not a client of mine now. I'm just saying this like as an example because I think it's brilliant what she does.
Yeah, definitely. Do you, just a side note,
Yeah,
I know that you absolutely adore all of your clients, otherwise you wouldn't work with them.
true. It's true.
I mean, how would someone like you slyly get away from meeting someone that you don't want to work with? I've sidelined you here.
No, I have like a requirement. If you
Yeah.
don't have a cause or a charity that you're passionate about and that you do bits for, I don't take you on. It's that simple. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
And it can be anything.
No, but that's important to you.
Yeah.
And that's why you keep doing what you do with so much love and empathy and drive and passion. And yeah.
And it creates this ecosystem, doesn't it, for the world?
Yeah.
So, like, everyone is doing their bit. If everybody did this, oh, the world would be in such a better place.
But also, they'd probably enjoy their working life a lot more.
Yeah, and imagine who they're influencing by doing that. And then if it's a big company and you have team members like volunteering or fundraising, whatever they're doing, how much happier are they? Then you have like a lower employee turnover rate as well. So there's like this huge, huge domino effect with it.
Definitely. I think actually getting to a really important part of this conversation and something that we've really, really bonded over. I'd like to start by saying I'm very grateful to you for helping me find my voice. And just for everyone that's listening or watching, I am definitely a person that cares about humanity. I do not like the thought of any human being, whatever their race, whatever, being hurt. I am the first person to turn off the TV if I see death, pain, destruction. And I can honestly say that I've probably not watched the news in a very, very long time because I have hidden away from things that have been going on because I find it personally very overwhelming. And part of our relationship and topics of conversation when we've been going on beautiful walks as friends, like, you know, there is a genocide going on, and the way that you have been educating me on what is going on, for example, I'm just really grateful because I couldn't find a way of, I didn't even know that this was the struggle, but I couldn't find my voice. And obviously I was on my journey of building my businesses, and I was, I guess, subliminally concerned about if I have a political opinion, and I feel slightly undereducated because I don't watch the news and I haven't paid particular attention to history. This is me being so honest.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people will relate. So yeah, I feel like I'm so grateful to you for the way that you've educated me in a way that I could understand in bite-sized pieces, really. And I've grown very, very I've grown, I found my voice, and I've realised that it's okay and it's important, irrespective of what's going on, to use your voice and the impact of that.
It's true. And I know this
getting a bit
I know, I can tell
heavy,
like a little
heavy.
That's okay. It's like needed to be done. And the thing is, when you care about humanity, you're not just caring about humanity, you care about children's rights, healthcare access, nutrition, the environment, because the land's being destroyed, sustainability, equality, everything that people talk about. It's all part of it. So if people can find a way to speak out, then they'll realize like, well, this is what I believed all along anyways. But I think some people are just stuck and they don't know how to do that.
Definitely.
But sharing it in bite size is a really good way to start. Because then once you start taking it in and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
No.
It's impossible, right?
Yeah. It's a really awful time for humanity. And I mean, it's incredible actually, by using my voice. I mean, I lost, how many followers did I lose? 3,000 followers?
Yeah.
I started using my voice to let my followers know that I'm not okay with what is happening in the world. I lost like 3,000 followers. I did a LinkedIn post.
Yeah.
not to say, oh, boo-hoo me, I've lost 3,000 followers, but saying, I don't care, shut me down.
Yeah.
Because actually, for the greater good and the bigger picture, like, who cares about the following? Like, we need to speak up. We need to give Palestine a voice. Like, this is not okay. I don't know where I'm going. Every time I talk about it, I start to get really...
It's okay though. Like, take a breath and it's okay. But like, there's so many people that are doing incredible things. I think there's more people like us who obviously are for Palestine, against a genocide,
Yes.
than there are people for it. But the problem is the ones that are the loudest or the ones that get the most coverage are definitely the ones on the other side.
Yeah.
So then sometimes that makes it hard. It makes it feel really emotional. But by doing these posts, by sharing this information, by telling people, this is what's happening, by you doing it, you never know who you inspire to do the same. And you also create this community.
Yes. You have taken the words out of my mouth, because I was really struggling to express myself, because when I start to talk about it, I get really, really uncomfortable because I'm just so unhappy about what is happening. And I know you feel the same. We're sat here in a beautiful podcast studio. I've had my full glam squad team, and I'm living my life and focusing on all those things. And then there's this other side.
Yeah. It's really difficult.
It's really hard to not want to get into a ball on the floor and just hide.
Of course.
Thinking about what is going on, and you feel helpless. So I think, would you agree, like, a lot of people probably struggle to find their voice because they're like, what does my voice matter?
But I mean,
do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably what people think. Like, why does my little voice matter in the grand scheme of things? I'm a tiny little person in this big, big world. Who's going to listen to me?
But 7 billion people ask that. Do you know what I mean? There's like some kind of meme going around. I forget what it says, but it says, why should I speak out, or why does my voice matter? Exactly what you said. And it says, well, 7 billion people ask this. So like, we have to speak out. We have to do that, because where does it stop if we don't?
No.
It's it's so hard. I look up because it's like so hard to put into words. Yeah. It's just so hard to put into words, all of it. But if you share a post, if you have those one-on-one conversations, if you change your buying habits, if you boycott products made in Israel, let's be honest, companies that have their headquarters in Israel are profiting off of the illegal occupation. Just diving right in now.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
please.
share with people how they can make a difference. People that are listening to this, watching this on YouTube, they're probably wondering the same thing. How I'm just one person. How can I do it?
Yeah.
If you stop buying produce from there, stop supporting companies from there.
While you're saying these things, I'm just going to ask questions that may come into a viewer's mind.
Yeah, go for it.
So where is the most, where would you recommend, like, in terms of sites for like boycotting products, where it's like you can be confident that the information is like valid? And
there's a BDS site, which is the Boycott Divest site for that.
We can put all the links in the
we can put it in there,
description for anyone that's listening. Anything Reda talks about, we're going to link.
Yeah, that's good. What I tend to do is I talk about the brands and the businesses that we should support.
Yes.
Instead of the ones that we shouldn't. Like, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
So like Huda Beauty, 100%.
Whoop, whoop.
Buy all
Best
her
contour
products.
ever.
Buy all her stuff. Like, she's been giving a percentage of her proceeds to UNRWA. She's doing everything she possibly can. Let's support this brand. Let's just keep it going. Lush has been doing all they can.
Oh, amazing.
But Lush UK,
that gives me shivers.
I know. They did really good stuff. But it's Lush UK. I think there's a distinction. But if we can support Lush UK, let's keep doing it.
Because they closed all their stores.
Yeah, they closed all their
country.
Stores. Yes.
For a day?
For a day, I think it was.
And
in
then
solidarity.
They put their solidarity and messaging in their windows. I thought that was incredible.
It was so good on them, wasn't it?
Powerful.
If we spend more money on local businesses, as well, rather than buying like big soda brands, I'll put it that way, in these big like grocery stores, or, just spend it on the local ones.
And that helps the local community, right?
Right. And it helps making a difference. Again, we're making a difference, making things better. So like, let's do that. So yeah, things of that sort.
I love your approach to that. Let's not talk about who to boycott.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Who to
do we
support.
support.
Yeah.
And they're really great recommendations.
Yeah. And I always look at like where my clothing's from as well. Like I take a little bit of deep dive. It takes a few extra minutes, but just take a look and see if like the brands you like are on the right side of history. And if they are, then keep spending money with them.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Is there any other advice you'd give someone in terms of educating yourself
so there's some
on history? Like,
yeah,
because the algorithm can
take you down a weird path.
Down the hole that maybe you don't want to go down.
It's true. So there's some celebrities, and if we can add them maybe in like the comment section,
let's
links to them that are much more intelligent, much more better at talking about this than I am.
Yeah.
And
not agreeing with that. I think you're a highly intelligent woman, may I add. But there are some great people that are educating and,
Yeah, I think if we add them in there, for example, like Annie Lennox of the Eurythmics, she's been talking out since before 7th of October. She is amazing. She uses her like powers for good. Greta Thunberg, of course.
Oh, I love her.
She's amazing, right?
Well, I've got to admit something.
Yeah.
Isn't this interesting? And again, I'm, putting myself out here a little bit. I was probably on the wrong side of the things that are projected about Greta by certain people online. I used to find her quite funny and strange and like found her weird. I definitely was probably reading the wrong news articles and seeing the wrong kinds of things that were put in front of me, like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And also probably my lack of education actually in history and what was going on in the world. I'm just being brutally honest, and I'll always be honest. And I think I definitely know my perception of Greta was that based on my lack of education.
Yeah.
And actually she is, and someone said, who inspires you? I mean, she still inspires me. It would be Kim Kardashian until about 18 months ago. And then if you said to me now, who inspires you? Greta Thunberg. I mean, that is someone I'm proudly inspired by.
She's incredible, isn't she?
Unreal. I can't believe how young she is.
And she always brings it back to what's important. It's never about her when she gets interviewed.
No.
She's like, this is not about me. This is about the struggles of people in Palestine. This is about Gaza. And she always brings it back.
She's an absolute force to be reckoned with. Her parents must be so proud of her.
So proud. They have to be. Like the world is proud.
Yeah.
She's just inspiring this whole generation too.
Yeah.
That like to do better.
And also she's neurodiverse as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she takes a hammering from some very cruel people about her neurodiversity. It just empowers me even more about the fact that I'm neurodivergent. I'm like, yes, superpower.
It's really good to know. And other people that inspire me that I think we could add in there are the lovely humans of Yella Cooperative.
Oh, yes.
Incredible. So they've worked on this project. I can't think of the details off the top of my head, but they're working together with, I believe it's Muslim Aid UK, and they've created this digital map of Palestine. And what you can do is every Palestinian can go on there and share where they have tea, where they used to live, where they went to school. I know, sorry, it's going to get deep for a minute. All of these places that are being erased completely from Google Maps, erased completely from history. We want to make sure it's not erased. We need to combat it. And that's like one of the ways that they do it.
Wow, I've literally got shivers.
It's amazing.
Is that a work in progress? Is that live?
It's I think it's officially live on 14th of October, but you can go ahead if you're Palestinian and you're like listening to this, we can add the links. You can go ahead and add your stories to it.
Yeah.
We want to preserve and honor and celebrate Palestinian lives.
Yeah.
It's so important. Sorry, I'm going to get emotional now, but yeah.
I know. What a day, honey.
I know.
Yeah, that's incredible. And that's just one of the things that they're doing.
Yeah, one of the things that they do.
Amazing. And then we can put
We'll put the link in there.
Yeah, definitely. Who else inspires you, Reda?
Who else inspired me to speak out, or just in general?
Yeah. I mean, this is a conversation you've been having since childhood.
Yeah. So my parents, my father specifically, he was a man who's really well known in the medical field. He's the first person to do an epidural for labor and delivery, had the needles patented after him. I don't think I've ever even told you that.
That is wild.
Yeah, because my maiden name is Abelaish. So he is one of the greats of anesthesia. So
that is huge.
Yeah. And he laughed all the time. Anyone that met him was like, wanted to be his best friend. Like, he's just the most loving person, honestly. But at the same time, he was always like speaking out for what's right. Always.
Yeah.
So him and his friends were always talking about like Palestine when I was younger. And I would hear it in the background, and one of his best friends was Palestinian. And they would talk about some of the most horrific things, because obviously this is before social media, because they lived it. So they were telling me, like, I could hear them off to the side. Like, the men would be over there telling stories. I can hear it. But no matter what, he always spoke out. And it was just incredible. And that's where I get it from.
Yeah.
And listening to Palestinian voices and honoring them is like the best thing possible. I think that is the way to like honor, cherish, and carry on.
Yeah. Well, you're going to create an introduction for me to someone really close to you, actually.
Lena Aish. Oh my gosh. She's the director of operations of Yalla Cooperative. She's this amazing, fearless, creative, intelligent human. And yeah, I'm going to introduce you to her. She's Palestinian.
Yeah.
And I met her because
I'm so excited for the conversation.
She has so much information and experiences to share. And she's connected with so many beautiful people who have similar stories to share. And I met her because I was speaking out about Palestine already on LinkedIn. And she did a post saying she was looking for someone to volunteer talking once a week with her sister. This was, can't remember what year it was now, over a year ago, to practice English for 1 hour. Would anyone be interested? So I said, well, I'll do it. I was like, at least that's one way. You know, I'm a big believer in turning your emotions into action, and that's how I do it. So all these people wondering, like, what can I do? There's always ways. Just reach out. I'm connected with so many people, like, I can help you. But that was one of the ways I could turn my emotions into action. And so we meet once a week online, practice her English. Her English is perfect, by the way. Shout out to Reda Lyle, because she's amazing. Like, I got to meet her when I went to Cairo in April, and her mom, and it was just this incredible moment. She didn't need practice on her English, I'll be honest. But, like, we still meet today.
But you would just, it all happened for a reason, so you could build a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, so anyway, so that's how I met Lena.
Yeah.
And then Lena told me about Yalla Cooperative. And then that's when I got involved with Yalla Cooperative. And Lena's just incredible, incredible. She's using tech for good. And that is what Yalla Cooperative does.
Okay. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Oh. And I'll let her tell you the story of Yalla Cooperative.
Yeah, okay. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're going to jump on a call next week, and then I'll link the conversation that I have with her to this podcast.
Yeah.
So people can find it and see how that conversation goes.
But at the heart of it, I can share this just so that you know. At Yalla Cooperative, basically it started off, it's Palestinian co-owned. And basically in Palestine, the internet is their freedom. So if you have the internet, you can earn money. And tech jobs is one of those ways. So they would train people in tech, like in IT jobs, like software development, website design, all kinds of stuff. Lena will share all the details with that. So they would do that. And you only had internet. At some of these places, you only had internet for so many hours a day. And you would practice and train. And that way, and I hate saying this, but if you had, basically you're forced. It's not a choice. But if you're forced to leave your home, then you have a way to earn money no matter where you live in the world. So that's at the heart of Yalla Cooperative.
Big up Yalla.
Yeah. Yeah. Big up to Yalla.
Yeah.
And Joe is one of the co-owners of Yalla Cooperative. He's English. He lives in London.
Oh, really?
Or near London.
Really?
Sorry, Joe. Don't remember exactly where you live, but yeah.
Sorry, Joe. So he's from the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I think, I'm just honestly very privileged to know you and have you in my life, and have you as an awesome marketing consultant. And you haven't sacked me off, so I must have good morals and values.
I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, you are, actually.
Yeah.
You laugh a lot.
I do laugh a lot, but you have to. Life is so stressful and everything that's going on in the world. You either laugh or you cry. No, seriously, but you have to find ways to laugh through it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You definitely do. Oh, you laugh a lot at me.
No, I don't laugh at you.
I mean, you do, Reda.
I laugh with you.
Is it challenging working with someone with ADHD? You weren't expecting this question.
No, this is a good conversation to have, though, because I think more people need to take the time to learn about this.
Yeah. Well, it's ADHD Awareness Month as we record this.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So basically, the first few times we had work meetings, I don't think my communication skills were 100% where they needed to be for you to take in the information with someone who's neurodivergent ADHD. And I was like, how can I make these better? Because I could tell it's just a bit I don't know. It wasn't streamlined as well as it could have been.
For processing.
Yeah. So I think anyone, especially marketing, if you have clients out there, they should be doing this. I went online to learn about the best ways to communicate information to you. And I took those lessons. I did a whole course on this because I wanted to be able to be the best marketing consultant for you. And I want our meetings to go well because I want you to take in the information in a way that made sense to you. So
it definitely worked.
So in the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? This is I don't know, the messaging isn't working. So after I took the course, I started using those tactics basically. And to communicate. It sounds awful. I don't mean tactics, but communicated with you in a way that made sense for you.
Yeah.
Not everyone's brain works the same. You can't be a marketing person and expect them to understand all this marketing jargon, I call it, and all this stuff without breaking it down in a way that works for your client.
Definitely. I mean, neurodiversity is a minefield in itself.
Yeah.
And it's, you are wired, in layman's terms, you're wired completely differently. So I think it is really important from schools to workplaces for people to really educate themselves on recognizing it, because a lot of people go undiagnosed. I mean, I was 30 when I was diagnosed with ADHD. It made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Had I been diagnosed when I was younger, maybe I'd have been given supportive tools to navigate. Thankfully, I've got those tools now, and I use that for, to get through life, because there's a lot of talk about ADHD being a superpower, and that it is. That it is. The walking into the flames, the never giving up, the incredible energy. Amazing. But there's also a lot of darkness that comes with that. And then forgetting the darkness, because I don't want to bring dark to this podcast. That's for another time. But even like you're saying, we're very literal. Well, I certainly am. Obviously, everyone's got their own type and whatever. Everyone's individual. But I'm very literal. And sometimes things don't land, and I don't process things the same way that a neurotypical brain would. It's not from lack of trying. It's just I literally can't. So it was honestly definitely made us stronger as well, like in our working relationship.
In our personal relationship too, because I couldn't be like, I call it the Texas way of talking. I couldn't be like this broad statement. And then you'd be like, oh, you want me to do X, Y, and Z? I'm like, no, that's not what I meant.
I am very literal, guys.
I know. So it's like, no, I have to even change the way I text. Like it just made everything better.
Yeah.
And what's it take for my time to do that? Nothing. Like,
No.
I don't understand why people just don't do that. Like,
no. I'm very, very lucky actually, because the people that work with me closely
Yeah.
and my friends specifically, because I've got, you've met them, but I've got an incredibly tight network
incredible.
of friends, and all of them understand, and actually our relationship strengthened when they sort of knew, when people just know, like,
Yeah.
obviously she's, the burst of hyperactive, there's a sign, there's
Yeah.
a sure sign, but the diagnosis helped everyone go, right. And so like you, they have adapted themselves, and our relationships have got stronger because they maybe won't take something to heart, because I'm quite a straight shooter and I try and do it with love and grace as much as possible and take a breath.
But it's really interesting because having that diagnosis and everything, and then looking back for you, it must be like, oh, that's why like you're so good at paying attention to details and remembering them, because you remember things that other people don't even think about.
That's a supersonic strength, I think. And that's definitely what makes me incredible in my field. And that's not me blowing smoke. Like,
no, I know. Yeah.
You work with me.
Yeah.
I have my weaknesses. I'm not a perfect human. But when it comes to work, my work ethic, seeing things and patterns at a rapid rate. I mean, I'd like to say I'm one of the only letting agents, when I had my letting agency in the country, that had no rent arrears.
Yeah.
Because my pre-qualification wasn't just a basic referencing. It was meeting people, understanding. I literally can read things. I'm terrible in my own personal relationships, by the way. But when it comes to work, I can see patterns of behavior and shifts in people's energy.
Yeah.
And I can pick up when someone's lying or something's not adding up, and I wouldn't take any risks. It's an incredible strength.
Yeah.
That's one example that I can relate to, work relative. But
no, it's really good because it also makes a huge difference, like with processes and stuff, like you said. So like you're talking about patterns. So like, for example, like if you go and consult at a property letting agent's office, you can, first of all, I'm just going to bring this up.
Yeah.
You're really good at connecting with everyone there, regardless of what their interests are, their personalities, everything.
Yeah.
You're really good with each individual. And it's not something that you're forcing. It's just something that comes natural.
Yeah.
So it's excellent. And then the other thing is you see like where the gaps are. You're like, oh my gosh, why? I mean, it's so obvious to you. You're like, why aren't they doing it this way? It would make the whole team and everything work that much better.
Yeah.
So like, it's all part of that.
It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the blessing and the curse, I call it.
That's a good way to put it.
It is a blessing and a curse. Like in my work life, I'll always be incredibly successful.
Yeah.
I'm working on the personal side because that's the curse. Because when you're incredibly analytic and you see these things, a lot of people do find it overwhelming in a personal perspective.
Yeah.
They do. Even friendships, I'm not just talking about relationships, but it can be intense. So,
well, you just need to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And recently I went to Cheshire, you touching on me going into, I went to Cheshire. I had an amazing clarity call with this incredible woman. So obviously, as you know, I do free clarity calls, and she'd been following me for a little while, admired like marketing, a few of my things that I'd put out there. She resonated with. We had a call, we hit it off, and she was like, great, let's have another call. And I was like, I'm going to come back to you, I just need to think for a minute. And I took it didn't take me long actually. I don't know why I was about to say it took me a couple of hours. It didn't. It took me about 30 minutes to work out what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And I jumped back on the call and I said, look, I need to come. I need to come and I need to watch. I need to see what's going on because you've highlighted some pain points and I get it. Very relatable. I've been through the same thing. I had the same agency, you know that. But I need to come and see with my own eyes because I feel like that will allow me to pick up things that probably you don't know. And also she is undiagnosed, but she is neurodivergent. I know that from working with her for a week, which is beautiful because that also helped me understand her way of working.
You could relay the information to her in a way that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. But then there's like a team of 10, right? And everyone's different. They're not all neurodivergent. I've got one person that I'm there to support and to sit back. And I've also got to be conscious of an environment of people that I'm coming into, which can really make people uncomfortable. Like, who is this person coming in? And adapting to everyone's personalities and styles and making sure that I'm not overbearing or too much. And I nailed it.
Of course.
That was the one thing that they said, you know, your ability to adapt in that environment to all those different people. Yeah. I mean, these people might not be feeling like, oh, I want to hang out with Laila 7 days a week. But on my professional, from a professional standpoint, it doesn't matter. I was there to do a job. Exactly. I adapted myself. I knew exactly what they all needed. Even silly things down to people, the configuration of the office, which was beautiful, by the way. This isn't a broken ship I'm looking to save. Yeah. But you don't need to be broken to, you don't need to be sick to get better. And they've got foundations who are incredible. And it's easy as businesses go on, whether they move location or staff changes, things slip the net. Yeah. Sometimes it's great to have that, that clear lens, and even down to the configuration of tables. I picked up straight away. They were celebrating wins. Boy, they've got wins. I did market research. I know they're the best agent in that village. Yeah. So I was excited. I was like, yes, this is amazing. And it was great for them to hear it as well, because sometimes you don't realise, right? Right. The manager's in I called it the cave. She's in like a little elevated, tucked away position. And they were getting wins. They just won a new instruction. And I'm sort of sat back at the front of the office doing whatever I was doing. Yeah. And I could hear her go, hey, yeah, new instruction. And I looked at the team and I got up and I said, you, get out here. This is a win. Look at each other in the eyes. Yeah, celebrate. Yeah. And then the energy is like lifted. Yeah. One simple thing that I picked up on observation just by being there.
And that has to do with your superpower. Sorry. Yeah. It has to do with
your
superpower.
I'm getting a bit excited, honey.
No, I think it's fantastic. And that's the thing that people don't realize. Like, it's about seeing those patterns and seeing those things and seeing about the relationships and how it can work better. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm sure the energy lifted. I'm sure everything was like, oh my gosh, like, because we're all now on the same level and the same, I don't know, they feel it together, don't they? Yeah. Yeah. And I actually really miss them because you get bonds, don't you? Yeah. And after 7 days in a place, I mean, day one was magical. I saved them £50,000. Which is incredible, by the way.
Saved incredible. On 2 hires just from simple observations. And then we worked together on strategy, implementing processes, improving processes, customer service levels. Yeah. They, mark my words, Reda, they're going to be an award-winning agent in, I reckon, 6 months.
I love it. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, so it is a superpower. Back to ADHD for a sec. But yeah, in my work, it's an incredible superpower. I feel blessed. And I'm, again, so grateful that as my marketing consultant, that you took the time to you really wanted to build a relationship with me, strengthen our working relationship with me, and understand. And that means a lot to me. So I'm really grateful.
Of course. Like, you're welcome. Like, it was the best way to move forward. And it was the best way that, like, I could share tactics and strategy with you so you could just run with what felt right for you. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it all just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It does. And I love working with you.
Oh, I love working with you too. It's like the dream team, isn't it?
And
that's what we always say with Stephanie. And if people don't know who Stephanie is, but I'm sure they do.
I mean, Stephanie gets dropped in every Stephanie gets dropped in every podcast. She was actually in the studio today.
I know.
This is the first time she's been here, actually. So she was busy greeting you, and then she could hear a mention of herself, and she's like putting herself up to the headphones. I've seen the content.
I took a picture of her too with the headphones on, so you can share.
She's like, oh yeah. Oh, thank you, Reda. Thank you for joining me. But before we wrap up,
yes,
I would just like to ask you a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for anyone listening who's trying to find their voice or their confidence, what advice would you give them?
Community is medicine, you know that. So start looking at the people around you first and see if anyone's already using their voice in the way that you want to. And if they are, just send them a little message. You don't have to be close with them, but even if you're connected with them on LinkedIn, just send them a little message and then have those little conversations with them. And then you'll start, I think, to feel confident and empowered to do the same.
Exactly what happened with you and I.
Yeah.
Oh.
And anyone that like I said before, I'm connected with so many beautiful people in this world because of speaking out and because of all the things I do. So if somebody is really stuck, don't feel shy about reaching out to me or you.
Yeah.
Like, reach out to us. We will get you with the right community.
This is what I went on a raging tangent earlier about losing followers.
Yeah.
Which now when I'm reflecting, I didn't actually end how I wanted to end because beauty of ADHD, I've gone off on a tangent. But
Go ahead.
That I lost those followers.
Yeah.
But I've gained something bigger, like an amazing community and people I want to be around.
Yeah.
That have like the morals and values that are aligned.
Exactly.
I've unfollowed so many people because I've realised now we just don't need to be connected. We don't have the same morals and values. No. And actually, I'm really glad I lost all those followers.
Yeah.
But I've regained something better, a community, and it feels like so much bigger. And
so much bigger.
Yeah, and yeah, it's part of something.
Part of something. You're not alone when you do speak out. You will find that community. It's exactly what you said. It's part of something bigger and better. And for even like, not just like personal people, like brands, like let your customers know what you believe. Let them know your ethics. If you're always posting about DEI, equality, equal pay, all of the LGBTQ plus, all of these things, like, this is part of that conversation as well, Palestine.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like, it's all connected. And don't be afraid to do that because I think HubSpot came out with a study. It says like 89% of consumers only buy from brands that align with their ethics.
What an ending, Reda. She comes in with the stats. This is why I love you. Oh, I love that. I'm so pumped. I love that. It's so true.
It's true.
Old me would have panicked using my voice. Oh, it's going to affect my brand. And no, I don't really care. And for that exact, I don't want customers that agree with murdering children.
No.
Sorry to end on such a negative connotation, but it's true.
100% true.
I don't want to. I can't serve people that agree with genocide. I can't.
And I can't either.
No. So, but equally, everyone's entitled to believe what they want to believe and do what they want to do. But for me personally, yeah. Thank you. You've been an awesome guest.
Thank you for having me.
Let's have a hug.
Okay.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Oh, that was amazing.
I was so proud of you.